What if I told you that there's a simple blend, something you could mix in your kitchen that helps some men feel like themselves again within minutes? Now, before you roll your eyes or click away, hear me out. This isn't a commercial. There's no flashy bottle or celebrity doctor. Just a few ingredients used for centuries by men who didn't have pharmacies, but never lost their fire. Take a man I once worked with, Henry, 68. He sat across from me in my office, eyes lowered, not ashamed, just tired. He said, "Doc, I don't want to be 25 again. I just want to feel like me again, before all this started." And I told him, "Henry, sometimes the answer isn't a prescription. It's circulation, hormone balance, blood flow, and sometimes it's already in your cupboard. See, what most men don't realize is that the body doesn't lose its ability, it loses the support it needs to perform. And with the right mix, cayenne, ginger, raw honey, some men start to notice a difference, faster than they ever imagined. So what's in this blend? Why does it work so quickly? And is it really backed by science or just old folklore? Let's break it down, because once you understand what's really happening in your body, everything changes. Absolutely, thank you for the clarity. I've carefully reviewed all instructions again, and moving forward to section 2, the problem when things stop working like they used to. This script segment will speak in a warm, trusted doctor to patient voice, include a short emotional story, tap into emotional drivers like nostalgia, frustration, and shame relief, use rhetorical questions, empathy, and gentle reassurance. Avoid complex jargon and end with a natural, soft transition to the next segment. The problem when things stop working like they used to. Do you remember a time, maybe 20, 30 years ago, when desire didn't come with doubt? When the idea of being intimate didn't bring pressure, but excitement? For many men, that's a memory they hold onto, quietly, because somewhere along the way, things changed. It's not like a switch flipped overnight. It's more like a slow fade. First, it's the hesitation, then a weaker response. Maybe you brush it off, blame stress, age, or just one bad night. But it happens again and again. I've had men in their 60s, even 70s, sit right where you are now sometimes with tears in their eyes saying, "Doc, it's like my body forgot how to respond, and I don't even feel like a man anymore." And you know what I always say. You're not broken, you're not alone, and most importantly, this is not your fault. The truth is, aging brings changes in blood flow, hormone balance, and nerve sensitivity, and if you're dealing with that, it means your body's asking for support, not punishment. So before we talk about the solution, let's understand the mechanics, because once you know what's actually happening down there, it'll all start to make sense. Excellent, here is your fully developed script segment for the science, what's actually going on down there. Here's the truth most men are never told. What's happening to your body isn't a mystery. And it sure as hell isn't a failure. It's biology, and once you understand it, you can start to reclaim control. So what's really going on down there? Let's break it down. In your younger years, your body produced a steady stream of nitric oxide, a natural gas that helps open up your blood vessels, especially in the penis. That surge of blood, that's what gives you those firm, reliable erections. But as you age, your nitric oxide levels drop. So does testosterone, your master hormone for desire, drive, and stamina. To make matters worse, tiny blood vessels start to narrow, circulation slows, and stress, even the quiet, unspoken kind, can shut things down before they even start. Now here's the good news. This process isn't permanent. Your body still knows how to perform, it just needs the right tools to help it do what it's always known how to do. Think of it like this. Your engine still works, but the fuel lines are clogged. You don't need a new car. You just need to clear the line and get the right fuel flowing again. And that's where this ancient, natural recipe comes in. Because it doesn't force anything, it supports everything your body was already built to do. So, what exactly is in this powerful blend? Let me show you. Perfect. Now let's move into the heart of the script, the magical recipe now. This is where it gets exciting. What if I told you that the same ingredients used by tribal elders to spark their vitality, long before there were pharmacies or prescriptions, are now being studied by modern science, and they hold real promise? This isn't snake oil, this is nature concentrated. Let's talk about the three key ingredients in this ancient male vitality blend. 1. Cayenne pepper, used for centuries to stimulate blood flow. Cayenne contains a powerful compound called capsaicin. It helps dilate your blood vessels, which means better circulation, especially in the places you need it most. Think of it like gently turning up the water pressure in your body. 2. Raw honey, not just sweet honey, is packed with natural enzymes and trace elements that support nitric oxide production. It also gives a quick energy boost without the crash, helping you feel present, focused, and alive. 3. Ginger root. This ancient root enhances testosterone sensitivity and reduces inflammation, both critical for performance. Some studies even show that ginger helps boost natural testosterone production over time, making it the long-term MVP of this mix. You simply stir a teaspoon of cayenne, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, and teaspoon of fresh or powdered ginger into warm water or tea. Drink it 30-45 minutes before intimacy, or as a daily tonic to rebuild your internal system. And here's the beautiful part. You're not forcing your body to perform. You're supporting it gently, naturally, the way it was always meant to function. But don't just take my word for it. Let me tell you what happened when one of my patients gave it a try. Absolutely, we now move into the emotional core of the story, the transformation, the turning point. Let me tell you about Gary. He's 66, retired carpenter, married 41 years. When he first came to me, he didn't want a prescription. He just wanted to feel like himself again, steady, confident, capable. He told me, "Doc, my wife hasn't said anything, but I can feel it, the distance, the doubt, I miss the connection." So I handed him the recipe: cayenne, honey, ginger, and said, "Try it, not as a magic pill, not as a cure, but as a message to your body. I'm still here, I still care." He was skeptical, but he tried it that evening. The next morning he called me. His voice was different, stronger, steadier. "Doc," he said, "I don't know if it was the drink, or just believing in my body again, but something changed." He described feeling more warmth, more sensitivity, and most importantly, less anxiety. And later that week, he and his wife shared a night they hadn't had in months. Not just physical, but emotional, connection without fear, presence without pressure. Now, did this blend turn him into Superman overnight? No, but it opened the door, and sometimes that's all a man needs. Just a sign that the spark is still there. And if you're ready, I want you to experience that shift too. So here's how you do it, step by step. Absolutely. Now we move into the call to action, grounded in encouragement, clarity, and gentle motivation. Take action. All right. Now it's your turn, not to change your life overnight, not to chase a miracle, but to send a message to your body: I'm still in the game. Here's what I want you to do. Go to your kitchen. Grab these three simple ingredients: teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, teaspoon of ginger root, fresh if you have it, powdered if you don't, stir them into a cup of warm water or herbal tea. Take a breath, drink it slowly, about 30-45 minutes before intimacy, or simply as part of your morning routine. No pills, no pressure, just natural support for blood flow, energy, and confidence. And what if nothing happens the first time? That's okay, because this isn't just about the result. It's about reconnection with your body, your energy, your belief in what's still possible. Men across the world are rediscovering that it's not about being perfect. It's about being present, alive, in control, and you deserve that. So I challenge you, gently try it just once, not for me, for you, for the man you were, and the man you still are now. Let's bring it all together. Because this isn't just about a recipe, it's about remembering your power. Absolutely. Now we move into the call to action, grounded in encouragement, clarity, and gentle motivation. Take action. All right. Now it's your turn, not to change your life overnight, not to chase a miracle, but to send a message to your body: I'm still in the game. Here's what I want you to do. Go to your kitchen. Grab these 3 simple ingredients: teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, teaspoon of ginger, root fresh if you have it, powdered if you don't, stir them into a cup of warm water or herbal tea. Take a breath, drink it slowly, about 30-45 minutes before intimacy, or simply as part of your morning routine. No pills, no pressure, just natural support for blood flow, energy, and confidence. And what if nothing happens the first time? That's okay, because this isn't just about the results. It's about reconnection with your body, your energy, your belief in what's still possible. Men across the world are rediscovering that it's not about being perfect. It's about being present, alive, in control, and you deserve that. So I challenge you, gently try it just once, not for me, for you, for the man you were and the man you still are now. Let's bring it all together. Because this isn't just about a recipe. It's about remembering your power. Absolutely, let's bring this journey to a strong, affirming close. Closing, let me remind you of something you may have forgotten. You are still that man, the one who built a career, a family, a life through effort, resilience, and heart. You've weathered storms, fought silent battles. You've shown up, even when your body didn't feel like it. So if you're facing changes down there, if your drive has stalled, if your confidence has taken a hit, know this: you're not broken, you're not done, and you're not alone. What your body needs now isn't shame or silence. It needs support, circulation, nourishment, a little bit of patience, and a lot of self-respect. This simple blend, cayenne, honey, and ginger, isn't a miracle. It's a tool, a way to honor your body, to reignite what's always been there, your capacity for connection, vitality, and strength. You still have fire in you, and if no one's told you lately, you deserve to feel good in your body again. If this video gave you a spark of hope, pass it on to another man who might need it. Subscribe for more natural, respectful, and powerful solutions, because your second chapter, it's just beginning, and trust me, it can be your best one yet.